Okay, let's just start with this one phrase right here. A simple but really powerful idea. الضغوطات تصنع أفضل المهارات. Now, the English translation that pops up gives us the gist. Stress thinking makes great changes. But what if this is more than just a wise old saying? What if it's an actual blueprint for how we grow? Let's dig in and break it down.
So think about it for a second. I want you to think about a time you were under just immense pressure. You know, a crazy deadline, a massive project, maybe a personal challenge. And when it was over, did you come out the other side not just relieved, but somehow better, stronger, maybe, more capable? If you're kind of nodding along right now, then you've already felt what this idea is all about.
So for the next few minutes, let's really treat this phrase like it's a powerful machine. We're going to take it apart piece by piece and see exactly how it works. And first up, we need to look at the raw fuel that powers this whole thing. الضغوطات, which translates to the pressures. And this isn't some vague, abstract thing. No, it's talking about very real, very tangible forces in our lives. So what are they? Well, they usually show up in a few key forms.
First one up, deadlines. Oh man, we have all been there, right? That ticking clock, it forces you to just cut out all the distractions, get ruthless with your priorities, and just make a decision. It's pressure in its purest form, and it demands action and clarity.
And then, of course, there are challenges. These are the obstacles that stand in our way, the things that force us to learn something new, to adapt, to push way beyond what we thought our limit was. A challenge is basically the world demanding a new and better version of you. And finally, we have expectations. Whether they come from our boss, our family, or, and this is often the most powerful one, from ourselves. Expectations create this standard that we're always striving to meet, a benchmark that just pulls us upward. So there you have it. Deadlines, challenges, and expectations. These are our pressures. Okay, so that brings us to the middle of the phrase تصنع, creates. This is the action word, right? It's the engine of the whole transformation. But how? How does that raw material of pressure get forged into something so valuable? Let's take a look at the actual mechanism.
And really, it's not magic. It's a sequence, a process. You can see it right here. First, the pressure arrives. Boom. Second, your focus just sharpens like a laser, and all the non-essential stuff just falls away. Third, that intense focus unlocks your creativity. You start seeing solutions you never would have before. And finally, a new skill is forged. It's a direct result of having to navigate that pressure.
Now here's what's really, really interesting. Pressure alone is not enough. I mean, look at this. Pressure without any focus, that just leads straight to anxiety and burnout. We've all been there. But pressure with focus, with real intention, well, that's what leads to growth. The big takeaway here is that our response is everything. This isn't about just passively taking the stress, it's about actively engaging with it.
And this all leads us to the payoff, the final part of the phrase, أفضل المهارات, or the best skills. So after all that, after navigating the pressure with focus, what do we actually get? What are these great changes or best skills we're talking about?
And hey, we are not talking about just technical abilities here. Think bigger. We're talking about deep, foundational skills, things like resilience, that ability to just bounce back, creative problem solving, pinpoint time management, creativity when you're backed into a corner, and maybe my favorite, that invaluable quality, grace under fire. These are the skills that define high performers, and this idea suggests they're all made in the fire of stress.
All right, so we've taken the whole thing apart. Now, let's put it back together. Because we're not just looking at a string of words anymore, are we? We're looking at a complete system. Pressure is the fuel, our focused response is the engine, and powerful new skills are the result. It's a tool for growth. And what this gives you is something incredibly powerful. It's one single mental model to completely reframe how you look at the next challenge that comes your way. It suddenly stops being just a stressful situation, and it becomes a skill-building opportunity.
So let's look at it one last time. الضغوطات تصنع أفضل المهارات. Stress thinking makes great changes. It feels different now, doesn't it? It's not just a nice saying anymore. It's a strategy. It's a recognition that the moments where we feel the most pressure, well, those are also the moments with the greatest potential. And that really just leaves us with one final thought. The next time you feel that pressure mounting, that deadline, that big challenge, those high expectations, just ask yourself this one simple question. What skill is this challenge about to build for me?